What's up guys, it's me Strawhead Nate and I'm back this month with a new Boruto 2 Blue Vortex video. This month we have chapter 20 titled Because of Love. So last chapter, everything went haywire because of the shinobi's failure to stay calm in their mission. Both Ryu and Matsuri, the Shinju, who are in the Land of Wind looking for Boruto, are aggravated now because of the shinobi. And this chapter does not treat them any better because now they have to actually battle the Shinju that they aggravated. And any upper hand that they get in any point of the battle gets taken from them, like almost immediately. Although this chapter does end with Sarada finally utilizing her Mangekyo Sharingan that she unlocked at the end of part 1. So if you want to hear more about the implications of this in the fight going forward, then stay till that point in this video. Now, without further ado, let's start going through the chapter after you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We begin right where we left off with Konohamaru being strangled by the Shinju Matsuri. Konohamaru, with his literal life on the line, tries his best to convince this Shinju that she shouldn't kill him because she's expressed feelings of love for him. Matsuri struggles to come to terms with what to do with him because she acknowledges the fact that falling in love was instinctual for her, but she also realizes that falling in love makes her power feel like it's slipping away. Logically speaking, she does not want to be weakened by love because that's dangerous for her, but her instincts do tell her to love Konohamaru. Then we switch over to the big group fighting Ryu, and they are also struggling. Araya uses his wind style to try to attack Ryu, and Mitsuki uses his snake arts to try to attack Ryu, but neither of them can get a hit off on him. In fact, Ryu is so in control of the situation that he, using his Iron Sand, sends Araya in front of Mitsuki's attack, which then causes Mitsuki to be hesitant for a second, being hit by the Iron Sand and forced under Ryu's control once again. So now, both Mitsuki and Araya are both under the control of Ryu's Iron Sand again, and they tell Sarada and Yodo to just run away because the mission is pretty much failed. And Ryu doesn't actually care to kill all of them, so he gives them an option to give him information about where Boruto is in return for their lives. Yodo encourages Sarada to take the deal, but Sarada obviously won't give up her friend Boruto that easily. And she honestly doesn't even know where Boruto is because he doesn't tell anyone anything. And their talking is just making Ryu impatient, so then he forces them to make a move fast, and Yodo says that she'll give up herself in return for the rest of the shinobi's lives because the Shinju can use her sensory abilities with her hearing in order to find Boruto in some way. This is really just a pointless effort by Yodo because the Shinju already have clearly more powerful sensory abilities, far superior to Yodo's, so she wouldn't be helping them in any way, and Ryu would never take that deal. Then we switch back to Konohamaru, who's screaming in pain because of Matsuri, and Matsuri, at the sight of her love and pain, starts to actually shed some tears, which is a first for a Shinju. It's unlike anything that a Shinju has ever done. And Konohamaru takes this opportunity once again to try to convince her to spare his life. And he tells her that she's clearly sad about killing him, which means she doesn't want to kill him, duh. And then we even take a look over at Jorah, who's in another dimension right now, and he starts to shed some tears along with Matsuri, showing that the Shinju are either emotionally linked or just Jura is. And Konohamaru tells Matsuri to grab his hands to basically stop her from choking him and give her a distracting thing to do. And in his mind, he thinks about Hokage Shikamaru's words to him about betraying the Shinju after gaining their trust. So I think we all know where this is going now. As she grabs his hands, Konohamaru forms Rasengans in his hands and blasts apart Matsuri's arms. And he even shouts giant Rasengan, and then these Rasengan in his hands grow, completely destroying her body and giving him the clear advantage over the Shinju, who was shocked by his betrayal of her. Then Matsuri says Konohamaru-chan, which obviously blurs his mind a little bit because he thinks about Moegi, so he doesn't actually finish the job of killing Matsuri. In the other dimension, Jura explains how Matsuri was controlled by love in order to be tricked, and now Konohamaru is controlled by love to the point where he fails to obtain victory. So Konohamaru, in another big disappointment, fails the mission once again. And now, an enraged Matsuri starts attacking him, stabbing him through the chest, and she's getting ready to attack him even more. So Konohamaru does not look like he will survive this fight. And then, back with the other group, another person is being actively stabbed, Yodo. Yodo is being stabbed by Ryu's Iron Sand because it was clear to Ryu that she was just lying to him once again. And Sarada runs to Yodo's dying body on the ground to help in any way, but Sarada gets restrained by Iron Sand before she can even do anything. On the ground, Yodo tells Sarada that she has to use the power that she's been holding back because she can somehow sense that Sarada has not revealed her full strength. And with her last words, she says that she should use the power that she's been saving to protect the one person that she loves, Boruto, but she should use it in this scenario because it's the greater good. And if it isn't clear already, that power that she's referring to is the Mangekyo Sharingan. Then Ryu's Iron Sand starts to get torn off of everyone's body and being concentrated to a point in the air. All of the Iron Sand then circles around almost like a black hole, and it all starts disappearing. That is because Sarada is using her Mangekyo Sharingan ability, which is strikingly close to what Kamui was, which is Obito and Kakashi's Mangekyo Sharingan ability. And this ability gets rid of all the Iron Sand in sight, leaving Ryu pretty much defenseless in the fight going forward. Then with the last page, we see Mitsuki look over at his friend Sarada, and in her eyes, they're red with her Mangekyo Sharingan that we saw the design of in part 1. And that's the end of this month's chapter. In all honesty, it really feels like the theme of love is being forced almost too much at this point, which is disingenuous to the overall theme of the Boruto manga. But the moments in this chapter were amazing, don't get me wrong. From Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan awakening to Konohamaru failing the mission once again. But it's just too much talk about love to the point where it's getting cringy. And thinking about Sarada's technique being the same as Kamui is kind of boring. And I was expecting something more from her, but there's still the possibility that this is just one of her two Mangekyo Sharingan abilities, because she does have two eyes after all. The problem still exists here in the Land of Wind that the shinobi are not strong enough to defeat the Shinju, but we're still awaiting Boruto's entrance at some point. We'll see if that happens next month, but I doubt it because Sarada definitely needs some time to shine and show off her powers. Maybe she'll even work alongside the rest of the team to defeat Ryu. So, if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to show your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.